Yo guys, welcome back. So the summer update is finally over. Man, we can finally breathe again, and hopefully by next week we should be expecting our first update since Epic Games has now left for the entirety of the month. So here's a little breakdown as far as what actually changed today. The lobby background has now been reverted, the far right flare gun has now been vaulted, the normal flare gun appears to be disabled still for some reason, ice cream cones have been vaulted but still obtainable by a little whip, the big bush bombs have now been vaulted, and the shrub mud augment has now been once again enabled. So quite frankly, yeah, it's a weird state right now. Needless to say, that was the worst event we've ever had in the history of Fortnite, and I really hope Epic Games does not do that once again. I even seen some Epic Games employees saying, why are we complaining? Why do you think? Let's just put it that way. This is probably the reason why I'm not getting back in this program. Let's say that, man. The demon inside of me is not happy. But anyway, there's some pretty big findings today, so apparently according to FireMonkey, just gonna throw all this info out here, but World of Warcraft x Fortnite. This has been spotted a few days ago, and it's still just kind of weird. We don't really know what it actually entails. World of Warcraft. In the game's public test realm, an update was pushed with a lot of spells that had Fortnite references, with things such as Cranking 90s, One Pump, Shockwave Bomb, Slurp Drink, Disco Bomb, High Ground, and Glug Jug. They also had a character called the Renegade Looter being worked on. World of Warcraft is known for referencing tons of different media, but this isn't where the storyline ends, however. So yeah, it's kind of unusual to see Fortnite game inside of World of Warcraft, but it's not that unusual. To coincide with this, Overwatch 2 is set to have a new collaboration in the game's 7th season or the season after that. Recently, Modern Pony, which we've been showcasing off this week, has ported multiple characters from Overwatch 2 into Fortnite, only for Blizzard to DMCA those contents, stating that Pony had leaked content from Overwatch 2, despite it being models ported into Fortnite and not even actual leaks. So that is very peculiar. They were actually taking his stuff down, saying it was leaked content. So potentially, we could be seeing an Overwatch 2 x Fortnite collaboration, as they essentially said leaked. So they might have ratted themselves out on accident and kind of exposed the fact they're working on a collaboration, but obviously take that with a grain of salt. But it's very interesting. And now also, Call of Duty. This one is more of just speculation, since to be completely honest, I only heard of this from a single Discord message, but according to someone who is a Call of Duty leaker named Margwa, there is a Call of Duty x Fortnite collaboration that is supposed to happen later this year, in November and December. While normally I probably would have just disregarded the Call of Duty news, since it's hard to trust a random message you see from a Discord account, I'm only sharing this because it aligns with other stuff going on with the same set of companies. So take all this information provided with a grain of salt. However, I want to make sure you guys had a spot to get the full recap on absolutely all the rumors and news going on with all these new companies recently. Here is the Call of Duty message that was brought to my attention. So feel free to read this. It's definitely pretty interesting to see all these game companies kind of hiding collaborations or being sus revolving around Fortnite X, and then of course these companies, Overwatch 2, Call of Duty, and World of Warcraft. It's just extremely strange considering that not only did Pony's account get like almost taken down due to leaked content, which was just simply taking the characters from Overwatch and putting them into Fortnite that only he was able to see. It's very weird, and also kind of reminds me of what used to happen to me when I was originally leaking content for Ali A and Landon. The same thing happened to me, and that is why I decided to be a news channel rather than doing leaks like I used to do back then. With that being said, we have already got some new information revolving around the general, so the general lore, clearly meant to be the last realities general of Chimera, or at least an early concept version of them. What's really intriguing is he also has Chrome on him, which shows they had it planned from the beginning, but there's still a slight chance of getting him inside the game. The site in which the general's concept art, along with many others, was showcased is no longer available to be viewed. This could indicate Epic Games didn't mean for it to be shown just yet to the public, so we still have a few chances of being introduced to this character later on in the seasons. So yeah guys, once again, another weird thing going on. Now hear me out, I feel like Epic Games has finally noticed that they should probably start like hyping things up, leaking things, and just kind of building up hype for future seasons. And I think they're doing all this stuff on purpose. Like, they seen how poorly the summer event was perceived, how horrible the employees are taking it up the butt, and now they're like, dang, we need to do something. So it kind of seems like all this stuff is aligning with that. It's kind of just a weird coincidental thing that like right after the summer event ends, we get like all this information within like a few days, and now it's all disappeared in 24 hours. So take that as you will, but my pure speculation is exactly that. I think they're doing this on purpose to simply build hype because, well, the hype of the game is completely dead at this point. Now, speaking of hype, it looks like the person who made the Only Up map, who is now a multi-millionaire for the very first time in Creative Mode 2.0, has made Only Up but Chapter 2. So in case you guys want to play that, I'll leave a link to it down in the description down below. It is equally just as hard, and man, I can still not complete it. Now, speaking of cool stuff, someone made a concept as far as Disney Plus X Fortnite, where they actually showcased off what it would look like to see a Fortnite show on Disney Plus. And I must say, if Epic Games were to bring back shorts but make them into like a Disney Plus series, I think it would do incredibly well with even adults. Like, I would watch it. I think it'd be incredibly cool to put a voice to these characters and just, you know, have some lore behind it. So yeah, definitely cool to see that stuff. Great work to this concept artist. I do believe we have for you guys a few bonuses. So someone said the 4 horsemen of things Epic Games did not want you to see, and it showcased off 4 scrap things we just simply never got yet, which again, I feel like they're doing this on purpose at this point because all this stuff seems to coincide with this week right after the incredibly horrible event of the summertime event. It just seems like a weird coincidental timing. Last but not least, we have for you guys Fortnite Best of the Lobby vinyl, which will cost you guys about $32 USD, and it will include a crap ton of actual music from Fortnite. So it's actually pretty cool to see Epic Games is printing out vinyls now, and you guys have the ability to, of course, play this on a record player, which there's modern day ones now, so pretty cool. And yeah, so in case you guys want to buy that, there will also be a link to that down in the description down below. But with that being said, thank you guys so much for watching. It looks like content is now starting to come back slowly, so expect that by next week, and potentially we should be expecting these collaborations over the next year. So stay happy, we'll keep you guys updated as much as possible, and subscribe.
Seen all the words we felt, just you know what it meant, so you took it away. Now I try to connect it, I'm gonna forget it, tonight is done. There's something on my face, something in my ears, tears. And I don't know what it takes, don't know what it takes to move on. Something on my face, something in